Hello everyone, welcome to I guess another different and new kind of game on the channel. I don't think we've done one like this before. I don't know how much of it I will do, but I wanted to do at least one episode. This is Creeper World 4. The Creeper World series is kind of like you might call it like a casual real-time strategy single-player game, or you might call it a weird take on tower defense. I've played 1, 2, and 3. 1 came out like over 10 years ago. I think maybe like 2009, 2006. I liked it a lot. It was a Flash game. 3 I think is the best in the series, but I can't actually play it because there's like no UI scaling option, and so on a modern monitor the buttons are just too small for me to read. I played the demo for 4 and it seems okay, so I thought I'd show it to you guys. Some people are really into the writing in these games. Oh, I see. It remembers that I did the demos. Well, we'll do the intro missions on camera. Anyway, I find the writing like absolutely awful, so I will not be like giving it a lot of thought here. Anyway, so like we're the basic story is we find ourselves in control of a thing that like a spaceship basically that can hyper jump from planet to planet, but it's like broken, and we keep landing on planets where there's this mysterious thing called Creeper that just sort of like mindlessly spreads everywhere, and we have to find the way to destroy it and get the stuff on the planet that lets us get off the planet. And so this is why it's kind of like a single player RTS. It's like actually though deterministic, because the yeah, okay, we're not where we meant to be. Paused. So we are this, I think. Yeah, I'm still a little confused because like 1, 2, and 3 were all two-dimensional and they had a totally different art style. I'm curious what does the, if I said I wanted a top view, what does that look like? It's actually kind of nicer, I think. But okay, for now, we'll stick with the default kind of. I'll try to live with it. Because you do have a little more information. It's a little maybe easier to tell how high the level of stuff is. And so each of these like blobs is, I don't think it's an emitter necessarily. But anyway, the enemy is just like this mindless blob of purple stuff that just gradually spreads more and more according to like fluid dynamics. There's some points where more of it is constantly added, and it kind of like spreads out from there like water. And we're this thing, and we kind of build up a network of towers that collect energy, and we build actually, we don't even have yet the technology to build weapons. You pick that up in a moment. The game's paused right now, so nothing is happening. But I've written down plans saying, please put towers here and here. And this thing, I guess, generates some amount of power. I don't know how much. But okay, it generates 1, I guess, and we're using up 2 to build stuff. Okay, so now, pausing again here, these towers kind of collect energy from the ground around them, and this green indicates like area where they have started collecting energy. It takes them a while to come fully online. And you can see we're now generating 1.1 power, and I don't know how much each of these generates per turn. I'm like, who knows? But the idea is we have to build towers to connect up to this thing. And this seems fine. And we also just in general want to build more towers. Because it gives us more energy production, and also you can't do anything if you're not connected via power. But you have to be careful that you're not like spending. Right now we're like using more power than we're generating, and so we're like building stuff less efficiently. If we focused on one thing at a time, we could build that one thing more quickly. Okay, so great. We unlocked a thing and we learned how to build. Yeah, okay, there's all this horrible writing that I hate. If you're into it, I don't know, play the game yourself. That's my opinion. and we've learned how to build cannons, which you build just like towers, but they are not, you can't like connect stuff via towers, or via cannons. Cannons have to be connected to towers to be powered, and something that was maybe not obvious is that the way stuff is built, Jesus Christ, get out of here, is that the main area kind of sends packets along the network at some interval until enough packets have arrived to build the thing. So when we build a tower, it takes 5 packets, and a cannon takes 25. Jesus, go away. I don't understand why. Can I turn that off? Like... I get that it's the tutorial, but that is not actually telling me anything interesting. So anyway, right now though, the creeper is not really threatening at all. If you look at the bottom left here, when you mouse over an area, it tells you the elevation of the land and the elevation of the creeper, I believe is what this means. So the land is at height 5. This doesn't seem right. The land is at height 5 here, and above it there is 1 height of creeper, I guess. So the creeper is at like height 6, I think, if I understand this correctly. Well, no, here we're at height 6, and we aren't being overwhelmed by creepers, so I'm not sure exactly how to read this map. In the previous version, it showed you like a creeper height overlaid on the land height. This is 7, this is 6, this is 5. It can't really be saying that this is just like inches away from being overwhelmed. Although when I zoom in, it does kind of look that way, doesn't it? I don't know, maybe we should put some towers down. Or some cannons. But I want to get a little more power generation going first, because that's kind of how you accelerate, how you ramp up. And we're not really, this is like level 1, we're not really in danger of being instantly killed by being slightly inefficient, right? Or by being slightly too greedy, is how I would describe my intended playstyle. But now we could put down a tower or a cannon, I don't know, here, just to double check, make sure our main thing isn't overwhelmed. And our goal for the level is what? To get over here, yeah. So we're gonna have to build over this way and carve out a path through this valley. With, I suppose, like, let's just... Yeah, as you can see, the creeper is already climbing up. Oh wow, it really is. Yeah, it was very close to taking over here. Okay, fair enough. Let's put down a cannon then, shall we? Over to stop this from being overwhelmed. Huh. I mean, I knew I was being somewhat, like, I thought I was doing okay in terms of, like, I was pausing a lot, and so I hadn't taken much time. Let's try to get these going, I guess. And the cannons need to be fed ammo. That's a constant power sink for them. Okay, we got one online. That should be enough to hold us for a moment. And they can also move, so now that it's down... Hello? Can you not? You can't move? Oh yeah, you can, okay. Thought maybe we didn't have that ability in the tutorial or something. So now I can put it down there. To protect this area so I don't get, like, overrun again. And we'll just keep building here. The optimal thing to do would be to be paused all the time, but we kind of have stuff at least a little bit under control at this point. We'll put another tower here, I guess. Hello? Can I put a thing in? Here. Try to get it down before the creeper gets there. Alright, this doesn't look needed anymore. Let's fly it over here. Now this area is protected by these cannons, so we can push forward a bit. Really? That's fair, I guess. I didn't really protect that. So on this first level, there's like not a lot of creeper, and you're gonna be like fine even if you make some mistakes. And that'll be true, of course, for a lot of the early levels. Oh, this is a nice area to maybe grab some resources from. Let's just plop down another couple of these guys to make a bit more, Really? Can you go over here? I would prefer this node to not be destroyed, yeah. Just plop on down right here, and I'll put a tower in to protect you in a moment. He can't be resupplied because he's not connected anymore, but he has enough ammo to hold out for a minute. And now we can push this forward to start claiming energy down here and up onto the high ground. Where we can sort of take relatively safe pot shots with the creeper. But, of course, heading over there is not our main objective, right? It's just like a convenient thing to do. Now that this is defended, let's harvest it a bit better. Okay, and now we can start pushing forward with towers reaching more into this area. Let's just put down a few more towers so I can advance more aggressively. This area looks pretty safe. More towers here. And move this over to like this coast, which actually seems like the area in some danger. Actually just like here is probably fine. And so you need to like balance, you know, prioritizing defending what you've got and advancing more. Oops, wrong button there. And of course, as you move to further levels, you unlock new technique or new like building types that make things that can help you in different sorts of situations that you couldn't handle before. But also, like, there's more interesting things that the creeper does at that point. So this is kind of a campaign. I understand there's a bunch of there's supposedly a really good map editor. I'm not really into that myself, but I gather user-created levels are a thing some people are quite excited about, and in this game they can be pretty exciting? Okay, cool. We got there in time. That's lovely. Let's move these guys over and just keep creeping over towers. I'm doing like an awful job on this, by the way. We could be doing much, much faster. And I don't want to claim it's because I'm like trying to explain stuff for YouTube. It's just because like I'm not a very good player. There you go. So we're going to connect up to the goal in a moment. Yes, install 4 more things. And we learned about, okay, some story stuff. What do we have to do now? Yes. Ah, it's now showing me this totem, which I'm connected to, and I also need to collect this stuff. And this totem, right, okay. So, this is kind of like... Can I build there? Yeah, I can. There's no creeper there. In most levels in this game, every level that was in the demo, right, like the first 4, your kind of goal is to get a network that includes these totems and all this, and liftic, which is like fuel for totems, and you use that to escape the level and move on to the next one. I think in later levels, the objectives become a little bit like more complex. Like I noticed there's some building that can eventually create liftic for you, perhaps. So maybe you don't have to get this stuff and you solve it some other way. Where am I supposed to go as well? Am I done? I think this is it. I just finished building. Let's just plop down some more towers. Or other cannons. Whatever. Yeah, and the liftic is now being funneled over my network to this totem. And I assume to this totem also? Yes. And now, any moment now, yeah, they're both done. We made it to our objective. And we can go. So we finished the level. Not a very exciting performance. And like, what do we do on Tomia? This is where we learn about mortar. This is like, looks so familiar to a level in like Creeper World 1. Is there some way to like... It feels like the UI is taking up a lot of space here. I think it's probably because I turned up the UI scale, which made sense when I was running full screen on like a widescreen monitor, but I don't really need all this stuff. So let's make it a little bit smaller. I'm running it like windowed now so that I can make sure that my video preview looks the same and also so that it's the right resolution for a YouTube video. You don't want to record full screen on a widescreen monitor, or like an ultra wide, which is what I have. So now we get to actually pick in most levels where we start. And so we want to evaluate like what's going on. Here's a goal, some liftic. Here's a totem, that's a goal. This is an emitter. So this is actually the one, I believe, source of creeper on the entire level. And it's connected to these other 3 caverns via these pipes. So it kind of spreads beneath the terrain to them. So our goal is going to be like, we need to get rid of this emitter and then everything will be easy. However, there's a technology here that will help with all of that. So we're going to prioritize going here and then attack the emitter. So let's rematerialize somewhere up here, the high ground, and start dropping towers. It should be a while before the creeper gets very high, so we can afford some time to just like build stuff. But as mentioned, I don't want to prioritize like building get out of here, too many things at once because that's inefficient. You want to focus on building one thing. Actually, it seems to be doing a good job of doing that for me. In the previous versions, it would like spread out your resources. If you were trying to build 10 things at once, it would like build each of them at 1/10 speed. Now it seems like if you don't have enough resources to do so efficiently, it prioritizes for you, so you can just say, here's what I want, and then it does it for you in whatever is in a reasonably efficient way, which is kind of nice, actually. And now you can see we're actually using less than we're generating as we build, so it's... Oops, I placed one of these off-center. So it's now it like sort of becomes meaningful to pause and queue up like 5 build actions at once, because I can actually do them all at once without being inefficient, without like having to queue them, right? So we want to get in here to get this technology, and the technology we're getting is, if you've played Creeper World 1, you'll look at this world and say, oh, this is designed to teach me how mortar works. 1 or 3. Or maybe 2? 2 was a weird one. It was like the Zelda 2 of the series, where it's like very different from all the others. Anyway, so we indeed do get mortar here. I know because I did the demo off camera, as I said. And mortar is like... It's very good at taking out a deep pool of creeper in like a small area. Whereas our cannons are good at like... Yeah, now we're using way more than we're emitting, so it's prioritizing how to build stuff in a reasonable way. So let's start putting down some cannons as well, and priority build is fine. Ooh. Really? I'm not sure why it got destroyed. Did I make a mistake there? Okay, we have a cannon up, and we just need to put down some more and, like, get in there. Wait, we already have mortar? Oh, it taught me about mortar. Just now. Oh, I was wondering, like, this seems like a bad way... Cannons seem like a bad way to get in here. Mortar would be pretty great. Okay, so we're being given mortar. I'm actually going to move up here so that I can take out this thing before it, like, pools in, I think. And let's plop down a mortar. 2 mortars is fine, I guess. And keep expanding. I got off center a bit here somehow. Doesn't really matter, we don't have to be perfect. Ooh, that one I think might be on the low ground. Let's not put it there, let's put it here. And from there I can just reach this? The high ground, okay. Yeah, we just want to establish a presence on the high ground everywhere so that I can mortar in a bunch of stuff without risking getting overwhelmed. We'll build the mortar on like the super high ground because it has a fairly wide range. I'll put a cannon here to guard against stuff coming in through these channels. Has a fairly wide range, and I just don't want it to... Oh wow, this is... Oh no, we're on the high ground here, that's right. So you can see mortar kind of lobs bombs, and it hits a pool, and like destroys all the creeper at the area it hits, no matter how deep it is. So you can... I don't know, it's a little hard to see exactly what it's doing, but that's what it's doing. So we'll progress down a bit. Are you putting the mortar at the bottom? That's a little weird, but okay. It doesn't matter, the cannons are going to cover it, right? No? Cannons can't see down there, apparently. I don't understand how cannons deal with height differentials in this one, honestly. Anyway, let's get a tower in there to collect this. I don't remember what we learned here. Ah, nullifiers, of course. So that's a way to turn off creeper emitters. And as you can see, I'm being super inefficient here because I'm generating so much energy that I can't use it all. I'm not using it all, I'm just storing it, and I only have space for 100. It would be better to be constantly spending my energy on expanding. But I didn't want to be like paused all the time. I imagine like, oops, pauseless is an interesting category or achievement you could try to accomplish here. But I'm not a hardcore gamer or whatever, so. Alright, this area is like under control. I can move my mortars now to... It'll take them a while, but I'll bring them over here. And in the meantime, let's just plop down a bunch of cannons to begin the assault. understand why this guy's not shooting. Did he not have line of sight when he was up here, I guess? Is this music loud? It seems loud. Let's turn that down. Okay. I turned it down in OBS, and I hope it sounds better. Turn it down more? If I turn it down like... Okay, that does... Oh, that turns down to like a 0. It's not really what I wanted. How about there? Alright, now we have our army here, so let's just move all these guys here and start building the towers to power that. And a nullifier here to take it out. So the idea is that a nullifier consumes like a constant amount of power to keep an emitter from emitting creeper. It's emitting 30 every half second, so once this is finished building and then has been given enough ammo, it will turn this off and will stop getting more creeper. I suppose, since I have a bunch of energy lying around, I should just build a bunch of these guys. And also a no, I don't need anything. I don't need to nullify anything in there. Alright. Oh, wow. Yeah. Since this area has been taken care of just by one mortar because it's not actually a source of creeper. The source is over here and we've just blown up a big pile of it. Alright, this is being nullified now and we can like move these guys in here so that they can take everything out. Cool. Let's move you in here. And that should finish the level in a moment. Once we're done building all the towers. Yeah, now the lift tick is flowing out. Sort of inefficiently. I could go a bit faster if I had another path for it to take here. But it's already all been sent. Alright. And so there's like a lot more mechanics in this game than just like towers and mortars, and as you unlock more of them as you go through the tutorial. I think the next level might teach you about anti-creeper. Oh, let's jump. Yeah, exit mission. So how did I do? I don't know. Why did it say I've done it 3 times? I know I've only done it twice. Kind of a mystery. Is this some sort of online high score list? I don't even know what it's showing me here. Not my Mars? Is this what is this level? We could do another one. Oh, this, yeah, here it teaches you not about anti-creeper, but about mining. So on some levels, they do not allow you to get resources from your towers. Instead, you can only get resources by building a different kind of structure on these blue patches. So it's kind of a way to limit your energy input, rather than just like sprawling forever, to kind of constrain you a bit more, I guess. Here's fine. And I assume we're going to learn about miners like real soon now. Cool. So we know about miners now, and they can be placed on these things. And they generate... Well, I mean, there's a number of things you can generate with miners. Here's the thing that puzzles me. Like, why is it... It's like not doing what I perceived it to do before with towers, where it like spread out. It's like spreading itself super thin here by trying to build 5 of them at once. Whereas before, I perceived it to not be doing that. Yeah, miners make energy, great. But later in the game, you uncover additional uses. Hang on. Can I do better if I rotate the miner? No, there's not room for 2 anyway. Okay, well. Later in the game, there's other uses for ore besides just energy, and so that tends to be what you prioritize. At least that's my experience from other games in this. Maybe I stop building so many until I'm done, huh? From other games in the series, is that like Anti-Creeper, for example, is something you can only get from ore, whereas energy you can get like anywhere. So why would you use your ore to make energy? But since this game introduces the concept of like you can't always gather energy from towers, maybe it can make sense to use miners for energy. Anyway, so we're also learning about pylons, which are kind of long-range towers that don't generate energy. They also send packets more quickly, so the distance from the effects of being very far away from your center are not felt as strongly if you use pylons to get there. So we're gonna put down some pylons in this area and then get started with a couple mortars. And we'll put in cannons in a moment, but I wanted the mortars first because they can actually do something from up high, whereas the cannons are only going to be useful once we're about to take the fight down to ground level. Where's my ammo? Oh, this stuff is all still building. Okay, I thought the mortars were done. Actually, oh, mortars take more to build than cannons do? I didn't realize. Yeah, mortars take 40 and cannons take 25. So now this should all be ammoing up. And I'm going to look at it from this point of view so I can actually see what's going on. We're going to drop cannons in here and put a pylon down as soon as we've cleared out a space for it, so they can refuel. 1 or 2 of them are refueling from up here, which is nice. We're going to try to turn off the emitter first, obviously, but there is more creeper coming in from over here through this pipe, so the emitter is not the only issue. There are 2 emitters, right? Okay, let's move forward a bit more and bring a couple mortars down to this position now. Actually, how about like here? You get up. You're not very useful down there when you can't even see anything. Okay. I thought I would have reinforcements a bit more quickly here, but we ran out of ammo, it looks like. Could you guys move for a moment? Alright, now there's a tower there to supply you. You should be fine. I'd like to get in the emitter, but it's a bit difficult to build without... I don't quite have the situation under control. I need to get a mortar in range of the emitter. Like here. That would help a great deal. And let's bring a couple more cannons to back it up. Oh, none of those were mortars. I thought I brought a mortar. You, come here. Alright, that emitter looks like it's going to be okay. Actually, I'm not sure. Creeper coming down off this hill might get to it before cannons. It looks like the cannons are blocking it alright. So in the meantime, let's put down some more pylons, I guess, so that I can get stuff here more quickly. I've been using towers because they're cheaper and quicker. They're quicker to build. And they let me creep forward more slowly. But now that I've kind of solidified my position, I'd like faster reinforcements. And while I have like just power sitting around, I really ought to like pop in a bunch more cannons or something that I can bring to bear when necessary. Okay, the emitter's online, or the nullifier's online, which is great. Now I just need to keep this area clear. Hello? Where's my... Here we go. Let's bring a mortar, like, I don't know. Let's bring some mortars here and put down a pylon to power them. And honestly, a bunch of this stuff can move now. It's hard to drag click. Like all of these guys at least could come over here just to make sure this area is cleaned up. And I can... Excuse me? Oh, that pylon got taken down. Let's dispatch a... I don't know, the mortars look like they're taking care of it now. Yeah, alright. This side of the map looks safe enough. Cool, so we're connected up to all the liftic. We just need to work our way over here where there's like a lot more creeper, which is currently all being funneled through this pipe, I think. It would be nice. Do I have a mortar? Yeah. Let's get... Hello? These mortars over here? What happened? What did I lose? Something. Everything looks okay. Look at that poor little cannon just stuck in a little valley going nowhere. Let's bring these guys up here to take out this sort of edge so I don't have something threatening to fall on me from over here. Alright, and let's just drop, I don't know, a bunch of guys over here to take this area out. They shouldn't need much. Yeah, there's not really anything reinforcing the creeper over here, so we should be able to take it very easily. I don't know, let's just move these three here. And just make sure there's a tower in place to back them up. Yeah. We can connect that totem, and then... Obviously the way over to this area is through this. That's one of the reasons we need this area. Is because this is how we connect up. And now I might as well just build new mortar and cannons over here, right? Oh, hang on. I need to I need to actually connect them. We'll just plop down a bunch of cannons. Not sure why it's taking so long to get this stuff built. But, I mean, I can build more cannons over here and fly them over. Well, I don't want to fly in until the mortars have started firing. Yeah, good. We are connected exclusively through pylons. The cannons could maybe clear away enough space to defend themselves, but the mortars are getting really juicy shots right now, and there's no real rush. Can you, if you build a nullifier, can you, like, fly it in? Can they fly? I assume so. Alright, where is it we want to get to? We want to get to the emitter first. What would this be? Oh, this re-unlocks the ability to, use your towers to produce energy, so you can just close out the level a little more quickly. It's going to be a little tricky to reinforce here because we have to actually get a tower down quickly enough to resupply them with ammo. But that's why you just drop in a million of these guys. They have a non-zero amount of hit points, so they take a little damage when they land. But then they get, I believe, healed by build packets, basically. And ammo packets to refuel as well. So there, we're on our way now. And it's probably time to just, like, build more shit. I can connect to that totem, but obviously it's like, we'll get there eventually. Once the emitter's taken out, everything is easy, so why go for the other objectives first, right? Can I not fit there? That's a little annoying. That guy's not having a very good day, is he? Tower's not going to get there in time. We'll put him here for now, and put maybe a cannon in that area instead? Or a cannon here to guard. Yeah, that seems... Oops! I didn't realize Creeper was coming in from up here until just a moment before it exploded. That's fine, we have plenty of mortars. Plenty of everything, right? These guys are not really doing anything anymore, so let's advance them. Oops. Well, this should be exciting. I think they're actually going to be alright. I did want to find out, can you fly a nullifier? But, like, actually right now I can just build it there and... Okay, I need another... thing. No, it's actually powered by this tower. So, like, I don't know. I don't think I would pick up Creeper World, the series, new if I hadn't played it before. Which is not to say that you shouldn't if you find this interesting. I just, like, it doesn't seem like the kind of game that I would try brand new anymore, right? Yeah, okay, so we got the ability for our stuff to start producing energy, and now we have an absolute ton. But it is, like, I don't know. It has some nostalgia for me, and also it's, you know, a reasonably simple way to exercise the, like, strategic and tactical thinking part of your brain. Alright, now this stuff is all taken care of. Let's just fly over here to connect to this totem, and I guess I'll put down a couple more pylons to help. Actually, I don't even need that. I can just put a tower down. Not sure why we blew up over here. Oh, there's nothing resupplying this area. I see. So we do need to advance a bit further over there, obviously. Oh look, the art on the totem, it like gets, as it gets lifted, the little thing goes higher and then it starts spinning. How adorable. We'll send these guys over here. And there's some sort of mechanic where like the further stuff is away from your capital, your command hub or whatever, the less efficient it is at generating power. This applies specifically to towers, of course. Oh, I forgot I built a bunch of shit over here. Alright, well that should be a good invading force, huh? Anyway, I really ought to have pylons over here, not just towers. This area actually is only being guarded by one cannon, which is a bit low, considering it's like the most important thing on the map, the nullifier. Okay. Looks like we've set everything up here. I think that's the end of this video. If you guys liked what you saw, you can like play this yourself. Creeper World 3 is also on Steam, as are 1 and 2, like the kind of anniversary editions. They're for like $5. If you're interested in like a kind of casual RTS, I can recommend all of them. 3 I think is the best in the series, honestly. I just like can't play it because the UI doesn't work. Unless I play full screen, which I kind of hate. So I'm playing 4. 1 is like a little bit dated, but honestly still good. I think. I don't know, I haven't played it in like a decade, so maybe not. And if you're into the story, you can actually read the story instead of just hearing me say, "What the hell, go away," every time the story comes up. Anyway, we're not, I don't think I'm gonna do another video here. I think that one was plenty. You guys kind of see what this is about. Hope you guys enjoyed this little sample. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.